Welcome back to Poolside Chat. My name is Todd, and I've got another amateur pool match to review with you. But first, as usual, I've got a couple confessions to make. First being, you look up at the top left corner, that's right, I've got my logo. I love it, it's beautiful. My graphic design friend, who is not a pool player, came up with that. I think it's super creative. It's awesome. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you've probably seen the colorized version. If you don't follow me, you probably should. It's a lot of fun. Post some memes, we have a lot of good time. Other than that, I've been kind of working in the background, trying to get a bunch of things happening. I've been struggling on a couple things, as I've mentioned in previous videos, but guess what? Boom! We've got graphics. Yes, we do. I apologize. It might be a little bit big for the screen, but you know what? First time's a charm. Got to get it going. I love it. I think it looks okay. What do you guys think? Comment down below, let me know. So, anyway, on to the match. Here we're going to be playing USAPL 10 ball, playing against actually a very close friend of mine, Damon, who's on another team, and we rarely get to compete against each other, so this was a ton of fun. We had a lot of fun laughs and whatnot. I had to cut the audio, but it was a great time. So for anybody that doesn't play 10 ball, it plays just like 9 ball. It's a rotation game. You shoot 1 through 10, 10 being the money ball. Other than that, you just have to call pocket. 9 ball is slop, 10 ball is not. There's a couple other details, which some 9 ball tournaments allow you to do 3 foul or push out after the break. APA does not. USAPL and normal 10 ball you can. So a little bit more fun, a little bit more creative. So let's get into a close, friendly match of USAPL 10 ball with my buddy Damon. I won the flip, so I'm breaking first. And unlike APA, it's actually alternate break. You don't just keep playing winner break. A little bit different. And as you can tell, templates are allowed. Shake it off. I don't know why. Just shake it off. So, dry break. Damon comes to the table. He's got a really good look on the 1. Just have to make sure he gets enough roll on it. Probably going to have to shoot that 2 rails. Try to split that 9-7, come back up, see the 2. You notice he did kind of flick the cue. That's our way of pointing, kind of calling the pocket. Unfortunately, got a little unlucky with the 3 ball there. Oh, did you notice that graphic right there? See that? I had to have a little fun with the editing. Let me tell you, video editing is ridiculous. That took a ton of time to get that to happen, but I love the result. What do you think? Let me know. Is it cheesy? I hope not. So he's going for a bank on the 2. Unfortunately, the 3 ball is in the way. But fortunately for him, he hooked me. As I call that an S2, because in APA terms, the most skill level 2s, they get those accidental safes. So I always call them S2s. So now I'm kicking at the 2 ball, trying to get 2 rails, get back behind the 2, leave it safe, hopefully get it to roll up behind that 9 ball. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. I'm okay with that. Yeah, you can split the 10 and the 8, get the 6 ball, make it a legal hit. That was questionably a good hit. Whatever. Good friend. I'm not going to harp on it. So this is what he left me. I can see an edge of the 2, but let's be honest, that's not going anywhere. So I got to figure out some kind of safe. That was not a safe. A little bit hard. Tried to leave that behind that 9-7 kind of wall there. Didn't really happen. So at least left him a look. He can split that 10-7. At least see the 2. Let's see how he shapes it, because he's going for the bank, which is a little questionable for me. Because even if he banks it, that cue ball is going to be getting back behind. Correction. He was kicking at the 2, which could have left him shape. But you did notice he got a little luck off the 9. But hey, might be called pocket. Doesn't matter how it gets there. So there we go. Man, that was a great shot. Come off the 3, probably had a little bit of top right. Let that 6 ball help him out there. Stop it for a great shot on the 4. Just the right angle. So now he can just roll it up. Now he's got a great shot on the 5. On the opposite side. Should even have the right kind of angle where it comes towards that side rail, kind of towards the 10. just like so. Ooh, got a little close. Almost sucked up to that 10 ball. So he's got a little angle here. He's going to want to have to put a little stank on this one. A little bit of power, a little bit of top, roll straight out like that. Ooh, actually put too much. He got a hold of that one. I think that was about like twice the power he wanted. He wanted to leave that up table for a nice easy 7. Instead, what's he leaving here? I mean, he's called multiple banks so far. He might be trying that 7-10 combo. So for anybody that plays APA but is unfamiliar with USAPL, uh, in 9-ball APA, whoever makes the 9, you get 2 points, and then you rack. Well, USAPL, you get a point per ball that you make, and then whoever makes the 10 ball, you get 14 points, and then you kind of cancel out whatever points you did make. So all the other balls are just to hold your opponent from getting any of them. So if you break and run, you get 14. If your opponent runs 9 and misses the 10, you only get that, you get 14. So no real benefit. But you see what I did there? I understroked that 9 ball. I mean, I had a couple options. I could have just stopped or even just slow rolled it, take the 10 up into the corner. Instead, I tried to do the draw shot so I could just take the 10 in the side and just understroked it. So I tried to go to the corner, but what's the worst thing that could happen? You miss the shot and you scratch, give ball in hand. So, and obviously where it's at, I think he's got that. So, like I said, he gets 14 because I gave him the 10. I only made 3 balls. Alternate break, he gets to rack. So now let's see what Damon's got here. How many of you guys play USAPL? I know obviously a lot more play APA in America. It was just USAPL is fairly popular. I like it because it's all call pocket, take the slot factor out of it, and it's still a race. Versus BCA, that I prefer the rule set being call ball, call pocket, whatnot. But then just round robin, one rack. In one rack, anyone can beat anyone. In a race, that proves who's better, at least on the night, given the handicap by your Fargo. So Damon broke dry, left me a very easy 1 ball. But the question is, what do you do with a 2? So I'm hiked up, trying to stop it. I mean, shank it. I think I was trying to be an over ball, trying to hit the 1, draw back where I could at least see and maybe even get off the rail first kind of shot on the 2 ball, but accidental safe. Got another S2. So now I left Damon an ugly shot on the 1. Super thin, or he could try to bank it. I think even that one, ooh, that might have been a safe there. Turned out to be a beautiful safe. I think I probably would have banked that 1 ball, try to gently make that 6 and leave the 1 in the pocket. So that way you at least have that as your next shot to control the cue a little bit and be able to hold for the 2. Hindsight being 2020. Beauty of watching recordings when you're not actually at the table. So he left me a jump shot. I'm going to try to jump at this 1. Got over the ball, missed it terribly. But the good news is, well, I'd say I didn't leave him anything, but I left him pretty easy 1-2 combo. Typically, if I miss a jump shot, I usually hook him in some kind of capacity. Not this time. I'm being generous. It's a good friend of mine. Be nice. So Damon's going to take a nice little combo and slow down, slow down. I think you can still see it. I don't think he hooked himself behind that 10. So he still has this. He can just put a little low, try to slide behind that 8. You got a nice 3 in the opposite on this side, right here. But instead, he ripped it. Yeah, put a little bit more oomph on that one than he intended. So now he's got to shoot the 3, try to hold for the 4. I shouldn't say try because he drilled that shot. That was a good shot. So now easy 4, taking that same pocket. Top English, just roll out. I didn't think he'd hit the 7, but he did. So Now he's got a nice, easy, gentle roll on the 5. He just has to be careful because that 6 ball is hanging right there. And you don't want to do that. See, see how he kind of reacted, turned to me like, come on. Like, oh, yeah. Yeah, that's ugly. That is a tricky position because he's actually behind the 6 ball. So you can't even kick one rail at it. And for where it's at, I mean, man, that is ugly. I don't even know if he could try to shoot, split that 9-10. Have to put some English on it. Try to go 3 rails. I don't know. That's going to be way too hard of a shot. So he tries to play safe, just squirt that out. Unfortunately, got just a little too much roll. It was a good idea, though. He was trying to leave me hooked behind that 9, close to the 8. But instead, left me open. So here I can just put a nice little stop shot, which at that angle, it's going to slide out in the middle of the table. Just as long as I don't get behind that 10. I controlled that pretty well, though. So it's now I've got the 8 here. It's a little thin to hold the cue. So yeah, just put a little right spin so you don't do that blasted scratch there on the side that I know we all know that shot. So annoying. So this one just make it. Oh, I mean, shank it. Man, I'm still warming up, guys. I'm still warming up. We'll just blame it on that. Left him a nice, easy 9 ball. Looks like he can see that full. Should be good. But unfortunately, Damon put a little extra pop on that one. Kind of little extra stabby than he wanted. So now he's trying to cut the 10 towards the corner. Damon, I hate to do this to you, but man, let's back up here. Watch his body mechanics. He shoots this ball and immediately, yep, jumps up at it. I don't think he was actually moving in his shot, but it's the fact that there's still the movement. Gotta stay down, brother. Gotta stay down. So I gave him the first rec. He gave me the second. It's just a friendly game of pool. That's all this is. So now it's back to my break. Gotta do something with this. I should point out, this is new to me, obviously. I'm new to YouTube. I'm still trying to learn all the things that I need to do. So I'm recording matches, but what I'm not recording is the score, or even more importantly, the race, because with USAPL, it's all based off of your handicap, or I should say your Fargo rating. So a little bit here and there, every time it gets posted, your Fargo rate's going to change just a little bit. So if I check it today, it's probably not the exact same race, close, but not the exact same race of what it would be when we played this match, which realistically, I should have looked up to see when this was, but it's been a while. It's been a bit of a while since I recorded this. Say at least 4, if not 5 weeks. So I don't remember what our Fargos were. In general, right now Damon's right around a 515. I think 545, 547, somewhere in that neighborhood. So I need a decent tick more balls, but not a whole lot. When I racked 14, I think I needed 9 or 10, maybe 12 more. I don't think it was a full rack. So now we're back to my very first shot where I'm 2-rail kicking at the 2. And beautifully hit that. I am starting to get pretty okay with the 2-rail kicks. A certain somebody taught me a system, and I like it. It's good. Might have to do a video on that. You don't want my videos. You don't want that. Or do you? Let me know. Pretty good system. It's pretty easy. So, at least I left him hooked. Got a nice safety there. He's got a little bit of a gap, so should be a fairly easy jump. So he's got what? 2.5 balls there. Strike one. Strike one, Damon. Can't do that. If you notice what he did there, he tried to like almost scoop it. He was swinging his arm. Don't want to do that on a jump. Just stab it real quick, super fast. Doesn't take a lot of power to jump. It really doesn't. Unless you got a 1990s jump cue. That was a terrible shot right there. Had a nice stop shot on the 2, 3, 3 there in the side. When in reality, I should have put some more on it. And now I'm trying to cut this 90 degrees. That's what we like to call not that smart. I don't know why I did that. Let's back up. Let's back up here, Todd. That was not a good run. Because right here, if we pause it, I should have hit this with either straight left or maybe a little low left. Bring that cue ball back up towards the head rail, if not closer to about where my hand is, so you have a full ball you can shoot at. But instead, I think I was hitting this with top right, trying to spin around, and then just did not stroke it. Did not put enough on it. Can't do that. Can't do that. That little baby little whew. No. If you're trying to do that, you gotta put some on it. Get up there where you can see the fork. Give yourself a chance instead. Like even this, let's be honest. I should be banking that. Nice, slow, easy bank to the corner. But no, I was swinging. That was terrible. That was not a smart move. I am not a fan of that move. But you know what? We're tied 2020. Left Damon kind of an ugly shot because the 4 does not have a home. The 9 ball is sucked up to it to the point where it doesn't go anywhere. So Damon tries the safe. That is the worst kind of result. Got an unlucky carom. Didn't really get that angle right. You need to do the, I don't know. If you put a little bit low, then that might have changed the angle. But at the same point, that usually is going to hit the 4 ball harder. Could have left it near a pocket. Either way, that's unfortunate. So, left myself a good angle on the 6. Now I can shoot this into the side, straight top English, be able to, straight low English, be able to stun over. Unfortunately, I don't think I got enough, so now I'm trying to spin it around and leave myself a decent little option there. So if it did happen to go in, which let's be honest, it probably wasn't at that angle, if I did happen to go in, then I bump the 8 out, at least have some kind of look. Instead, played it safe. So Damon, who does not like to try to run too much when he has an ugly option, we go into safe mode. He needed a little bit more power to where I couldn't even see it, and be more like that. There we go. That's a better save. I like that one. At least take out the straight shot at it. Where yeah, this is a good kick, an easy kick for Damon. He can make this and at least make contact. The only question is, what's your result? Well, let's find out. While I sip some water. Gotta stay hydrated, guys. Talking a lot. Oh, Damon. I was just talking you up. Guy kicks, legitimately is one of the better kickers that I know in the game. But he says it's because he hooks himself more than anybody else could hook him. So he's taught himself how to kick by necessity, not by not by practice. By why did I do that? So ball in hand, I left myself a terrible line for the 7. Tried to 2-rail out for shape on the side. Same thing as earlier, just underdid it. So now I'm trying to back cut. I'm going to put some low English to spin it to the head rail. Just like so. Unfortunately, it looked like I had a little bit of left. I should have just hit a straight draw so that way it didn't spin towards the 9 or towards the 9. But not that hard of a cut. Gave myself enough option. Just put a little low on it. And there we go. And we take down. So like I said, you only get 14 points for the rack. So that's why I went from 25 to 31, because I made some balls. It's a little different format. I kind of wish it wasn't 14 points. I kind of like the idea of like 10 points. But I get they're also trying to speed it up. Don't make matches last too long, but it just seems extreme, especially in 10 ball. Because a lot of times you'll see people break and the 10 ball will go straight towards one of the corner pockets, the racking corners. And then it makes it an easy like 110 or 210 combo. And then there it is. 14 points? I don't know. I think it's a little bit much. What do you guys think? If you play USAPL, let me know down below. If you don't, would this keep you from playing? Curious. So Damon dry breaks and left me a shot at the one. But the question is, I got a little bit of action. I'm going to have to get some movement on the cue ball to get it back at a makeable shot for the two. So if you don't have a great run out, what's the best thing you can do? Safe. That was a pretty good one. It's not quite wired to the two, but left it close enough to make this a tricky shot. Yeah, he can one rail, basically shoot close to the one diamond or so off that head rail and then get a good look at the one. But instead, I think he might have put a little bit of right on it because that sure launched on him. I don't know what he's doing there. Can't see it on camera, but he was making fun of his own shot, I think. So being a close friend, some people right there would take that 110. I'm gonna try not to. Again, I'm playing a close friend of mine. I'm not trying to do that. So I left myself a nice easy two, perfect shape. Hit it a little bit hard. I don't want to get that close to the rail, so that way I can comfortably hit this as a draw shot and just be able to spin it right back out. But hey, that was a pretty good stroke. That's a pretty good stroke. Hit that one a little light. I wanted a little more action on it, but I still got enough. I can just put a little top left, spin it around. Unfortunately, I think I put too much, or didn't put enough on it. Therefore, here we go. I'm going to get out big red, my air rush. Get this thing jumping. A little bit timid with it. Did not shoot that well. And unfortunately, he is wide open. Now this shot I do not understand why he would put it on the pro side per se and shoot that up. Like, yeah, he's running the cue ball in the direction, but I don't know. Like, I don't know why he didn't just shoot it into the close side that it was at and just let the cue ball roll off the rail for a nice easy hit. Because when you're that close, you're that compact, and you don't want to just tap it. You want to make sure you get a good hit. But I think he just got a little anxious and poked it a lot harder than he intended. And just rolled on him. Left him in a bad spot here. I shouldn't say bad spot. It's a makeable shot. But with the 8 that close to the rail, you either have to put some serious action to get it back up table, or you're having to shoot the 8 ball, quote unquote, past the side pocket, which a lot of people have problems with because a lot of tables the titties, essentially, as people call it, the ends will poke out, and that makes it a little tricky. So instead, he smashed it, poked it really hard. Not sure I agree with that. Should have tried to put a little low, maybe even low right, and just try to hold it a little bit for an easier 8. But he smashed it and went for a Z bank. Went for the Z. Oh, that was creative. That was a creative shot because let's be honest, if you're trying to cut that, you're doing it wrong. So Damon took that route, and I like it. So I got a nice shot on the A, but I left that kind of funny. Don't need to leave myself that long. I did though, but I recovered. I left myself a nice shot on the 10. Just roll forward, got an angle, no scratch option, and we're moving on. 45-22. I'm up, and I won the break. So here we go. See if I can do any better this time. Been a lot of dry breaks, even with a template. In a rotation, you usually should get one, if not two, to drop. And also, if you don't play 10 ball, you'll notice you have to put the one up front, 10 in the middle, and then the 2-3 have to be the back corners. The rest of the balls are random. As random as 6 balls can be, really. But in a good 10 ball break, especially if you watch the video from Lil Chris, he breaks it down. You'll see that the 2-3 will usually go 4 rails, just like that. When you see that 3 ball, went a little bit short. Thank you, cue ball, for being in the right space at the right place at the right time. That's my boy. So I got a point, moving a ball up. So I don't have a great shot, and I don't have a great safe. That should have been a pretty easy one. Just get that one ball to bank off the rail, get around the 2. Cue ball just sucks up to that 7. But instead, I left it. Gave him 1. He's got a shot on the 2. He's just got a. It's a little questionable of a shot because of where that 4 ball is. The 3 ball dropped on the break, so now he's got to figure out shape with that. Was that the 6-5-10 wall that's been built right there? This is gonna be a tricky leave. And he missed it, but that's what I mean. You see that leave there? That was gonna be a tough shot. Might have had the option of bank it towards the 9 softly. Speaking of softly, I don't know if I was trying to make that. I don't remember if I was trying to play safe, because it makes sense. The 9 ball was playing as a backboard, so it wouldn't have been that tough. Ooh, Damon playing with the points again. Oh man. He's playing with fire on that one. Need to hit that a little bit more angle, because then you do stuff like that where you're stuck in the pocket trying to control it, or I don't even, maybe he's even having to spin it around the 9 just that hair, and got funky on him. Got real funky. So this is not an easy shot with that 7 ball right there. I think I've got a full pocket, so I should back cut. Actually, I did have a full pocket. Just missed it. I just missed it, guys. I'm not the greatest at those back cuts like that. For some reason. It's not like I'm consistently undercutting, because then I can fix that. Sometimes I'm over, sometimes I'm under. I'm just all over the place. Damon, what was that? Let's go back here a second. I want to see that shot again. Oh, did you see that body English? Okay, so this is for our Damon. I want you to see this. See that little baby? It wasn't just like jumping up, but he had his right elbow chicken wing, just that little bit. Which you chicken wing, you're not hitting it where you want, cause it deflect just a little bit to the right, and guess what? Hit it too fat. Or you can do this and just leave yourself terrible on the 5. That's primo amateur pool there, Todd. Like I said, amateur pool. I'm not a pro. I'm good. I'm far from great. So I try to play it safe here. Just pull it back to where cue ball's a little hook behind the 6. Take away any kind of super easy shot. Had to hit it firm enough because obviously got to get a rail, so let the 10 ball get there. So, and he's hike up over the 6, trying to 2 rail at this 5 ball, and pretty sure he missed, but I don't think it was ball in hand, because I'm not taking it. So he must have made contact. So now I think this is going to be a nice little carom. Yeah, just gently bump the 5 to make the 8. Unfortunately, I did not do that right. I didn't do that right. I need to hit it just a hair thicker so that way the 5 gets off the 10. Because now I've got a tricky shot where, yes, I can skin it, but how do you play safe on this? That's a pretty decent result. I don't know if that's really what I was going for. I think I was trying to get the cue ball up near that 9 behind the 7 kind of thing. Got lucky on the 5 pairing up to that 6, but hey, I'll take it. Yeah, I think he hit that a lot thicker than he wanted. He was trying to thin that shot. And don't worry, Todd's sprinting to the table, super anxious. So I've got a nice open table. Let's just run these out. Pretty routine. Just want to make this. Ideally, you want to come off that side rail so you can have an angle on the 9, just like so. So now you can hit that with just a little bit of draw. Pull over here to the thicker side of the 10. Or if you're really good, you leave it there. You don't get better taking easy shots all the time. So sometimes you got to challenge yourself. Is that a thing? Don't do that. That was terrible. I had the easiest night. You just hit that with draw, pull back. You got plenty of room to make that 10. Instead, I suck right up to it, try a kick, and have the worst result. Even worse than just leaving them a shot, giving ball in hand. You don't want to do that. But hey, it's just a friendly game of pool. But I'm still up 52-36. I'm doing a bit of okay. I'm doing all right. I'll take this. But Damon's up to break. We haven't had a breaking run yet. Is now the time? Let's see. See what he's got. Good pop. Very good pop. And unfortunately, no, he broke dry again. His tables don't rack the best. And again, even with the template, that should have went. So easy shot on the 1. I was trying to get past the 4 ball. Didn't have the option. No real choice. So looks like I got to make the combo, even though I hate combos. I truly do. But I like luck. I do like luck sometimes. So count that as 2. See a little graphic goes. That's 2. I'll take it though. So I left myself a back cut on the 3 to the side. Got to look at the table, figure out where I'm trying to go with it. I wanted a little bit more to give myself an easier shot on the little bit easier shot here, but didn't get that. Like I said, apparently I need to work on those thin shots because what is that, 3 that I've missed already? 3? It's terrible. I should be doing better than that. At least 1. Apparently not. I need to work on that. I'm gonna add that to my repertoire of practice. So he's got a rail shot. Ooh, he pounded that one. He hit that a lot harder than he wanted. I would say almost half that is where he needed to be, but instead of taking the thin cut, he's going to try to back bank that to the side, which is, let's be honest, probably the right shot. Ooh, did he get off the 10? Can't quite tell if I've got a shot here. Want to make sure I can make the 6 without scratching. But I gotta put a little something on this to shape that 7 because I think I'm trying to get back to the left of the 7. Ooh, playing with the points. Oh, I remember this rack. This might be a little foreshadowing, but it's real interesting here soon. It's real interesting. It's gonna be fun. Got my teammate Adam over there. Certain somebody that might have taught me a little two rail action there. He's a great shot. He's about a 625. I'm sure a lot of people out there. I'm sure you guys know him. Everybody in the pool community knows Adam. Don't take him to Vegas. He's going to get stopped 300 times every time. Just ask his fiance. All right, Damon. So he's on the 6. It's long. I think he's just trying to cut it to that top right pocket. I would just shoot it with straight top so it comes off the head rail. You just got to shape it where you get back down to this side of the table. Clear that 10 at least so you can, even if you can't make the 7, at least give you something to shoot out in terms of a safety. But instead, he was trying to back cut that. Ooh. Okay. Undercut it a little bit. That's a hard shot, though. That was actually surprising he undercut it because that was thin on the backside. So I've got this. Everything's got a home. I just gotta make sure I draw that off that 6 to bring it where it's a makeable 7. I hope I didn't call the side there. Am I kicking at the side? I am kicking at the side. I do not want to mess with that. Yep. Yep. So I tried kicking the side, which might have shaped it decent. Now I left him a shot where cut that 6, he runs into the 10, hopefully on the backside, and leave himself a nice little 7 ball. But instead, Damon, that might have been a safe chance there. He might have been trying to hit that and then get it to roll up behind that 8 and just got a little bit more stop than he wanted. So now I am trying to hit this with draw. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. All right. So let's look at this ugliness. I mean, can you get a better accidental leave than that? Frozen behind the 8, 6 rolls up to the 10. That is every bit of ugly. So if you're still watching, I hope you are. You better be. I want you to comment right here. I want to know where you would shoot this at 37, call it 38 minutes into the video. Comment down below. What would you do here? I want to see this. This is going to be fun because this shot is very tricky. He doesn't have a whole heck of a lot. I like his creativity. I think Adam's even looking at there. He came over like, wait, what is this? Yep, see? So even he's like, what, can I coach? I mean, he's on my team. He's not playing with Damon, but I think if I remember correctly, I said, Adam, you come coach him. See if you've got something. So that's why he came and looked at it. Because this is fugly. That is fugly. Which when we were done, we set the ball, pseudo back up, and he had an option, a play that he was going to take. That I'll bring it back up here in a second. Once Damon takes a swing at this ugliness that I left him. There he's looking at it. So he's looking at going 2 rails where you shoot at just behind that 9, top left, get it to spin off the head rail, and then you're coming back off to try to skim that 6. The bad part, or the hard part, I should say, is that by doing that, you're really only shooting at like a 10th of the ball. You're trying to see, and he actually overspun it. He was trying to get it. Let's back up here real quick. Let's back up. Let's talk about this. So what Adam came up with is actually shoot it to the right side of the 9 with low left, and then that way the ball actually spins around that 8 ball and goes towards the 6. At least that way you're shooting at a full ball. Not that that's an easy shot by any means, which of course he set it up and then basically got a hit, I think, the second time he tried it. But I am not Adam. I'm a measly little, 540 Fargo. I'm not in the 600s yet, working there. But yeah, that was a tricky one. We had fun talking about that one after. Like, he had a good idea. I mean, he had the chance to skim it. If he did make it, he could have skimmed it, got the cue ball, would have left me ugly. But he's just a touch less spin, I should say. That would have been great. So I'm gonna be a jerk. I know what you're saying, Todd. It's just a friendly game of pool. Well, how about that? You feel better now? Telling Todd, man, why are you being rude to your friend? Because he'd be rude to me if he had the chance. Let's start there. But that was actually supposed to be a fairly easy save. Just kick the 6 to the side rail, have a little angle so the cue ball sucks up to the 7 and just leaves him behind the 10, leave him ugly. I didn't do that. But instead, gave him a 6 where you just got to roll out. He needed, what's he need? Like a ball more? And he could have had this. But instead, I think he's actually playing a little safety again. Just, okay. I like the idea. The only problem is, I think he might have left that as a 7-8 combo. But instead, I'm going to be a jerk again and leave him that. So now I think he can see it, but I mean, that is paper thin. Not the easiest way to be. Ooh. See it? Hit it on the backside. Hit the rail first, skimmed it on the way out, aka foul. Wasn't a great option. I mean, he didn't really have a whole lot there, let's be honest. So, got the 7. I pulled it out more than I really intended. Just want to make sure I had an angle on the 8 so that way I don't leave myself sucked up to the 9. Which made me say, I guess I'm just going to send this cue ball for a ride. So now I'm going to do a little, there we go. Little stun shot. Get it out. Nice, easy 10. And that's the match. So, 66-37. I got the win. I got lucky. It's supposed to be a friendly game of pool against a close friend. And I feel like it was a little closer than the score leads. I don't know. But regardless, Damon, thank you for letting me record. Thank you for letting me put this on YouTube. And thank you for everybody that's been watching. I've got a decent amount of views on my first couple videos. Hope you guys are enjoying them. If you aren't, give me some critiques. I want to know what you like, what you don't like. If you see a shot that you didn't like, or some I didn't come up with, some I didn't talk about, let me know down below. Timestamp it. Yes, I'll have everything broken up by a rack down below, so you should be able to cut right to it. Let me know what you think. So anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. I'm going to be trying to put out more content. I seriously have, I think, 12 to 14 more matches recorded, ready to be recorded, and I got to find the time and just put it in. So I hope you enjoy. Please follow along. Love you guys. Take care.